kidnapped me.
The ones like me that no one else seems to be looking for. My team finds them, and now you're going to help.
What would happen if I screamed?
Gabby, what's in the basement?
Gabrielle! Gabrielle!
A special encore of Found, Thursday on NBC. And
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to News 40 at 10. I'm Chris Allen. Quick check of the 4-hour clouds and radar. We've seen the increase in clouds over the last several hours. Some rain dissolving back to the west, but given time, we're going to see rain chances increase, especially during the morning hours tomorrow and throughout the day. Temperatures right now falling down into the low to mid 60s. We're going to stay there pretty much all evening after a high today of 84, which is most likely the last of the 80s that we'll see for the rest of the year. I've got your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 10. I'm Morgan Hoover. Our top story tonight, UAW members here in Bowling Green are showing their support today for workers across the country who are standing up to the big three automakers. News 40 reporter Tucker Covey spoke with several at the local 2164 earlier today and has the story.
Members of the local 2164 stand up in solidarity with their brothers and sisters striking across the United States. Although their plant is not on strike, they feel they need to show support.
I'm one of the senior employees, and it feels real good that you see the younger union members coming out here showing solidarity.
Battisti has a message for all the UAW members across the U.S. that are on strike.
Hold the line.
Local 2164 President Brian Ferret believes the event was good for morale, as many, mostly younger workers, are wondering why the GM plant in Bowling Green has yet to stand up.
Some members maybe are getting restless. They want to hear more information. It's just a waiting game, and we're trying to keep them engaged by having things like this.
At the UAW Solidarity Hall in Bowling Green, because local matters, Tucker Covey, WNKY News 40.
All right, Tucker. In Simpson County, there are big developments being made just off Exit 6, the Trader Joe's Distribution Center. The 3 buildings on 160 acres will total 1 million square feet. They'll make way for 900 jobs once fully complete. Right now, they seem to be on schedule, with the first building expected to be done no later than January 1st of next year. This is the largest development project in Simpson County history, and its rapid progress is quite a surprise to county officials.
They're doing a lot of work out there and honestly moving way quicker than I ever anticipated they would move. They were pretty ambitious in their timeline, and I really question whether they could make it.
Barnes said he's excited for the community and to see a more diversified job market coming to Simpson County. So as soon as construction moves toward building cold storage and food prep facilities. The Kentucky general election is nearly a month away, leaving you less than a week to register to vote if you haven't already. The deadline for voter registration is October 10th at 4 p.m. No changes can be made after that. If you are voting with a mail-in or absentee ballot, those deadlines are closer to the end of October. Election day, of course, is November 7th. Early voting will take place the week before. Officials tell us the turnout has been low during recent elections. They're hoping for an increase this cycle.
Secretary of State's calling in the mid-40s. That's pretty average for what we see for general elections. The last gubernatorial election had like a 46% turnout. That was with the Bevan Bashir race. So I think it's going to be somewhere in the mid-40s, low 40s is what we should expect here.
For more voting information and procedures, keep an eye out for posters hung around the community with QR codes taking you to the link to register, or you can visit govote.ky.gov. Today is National Coffee with a Cop Day. All over the country, law enforcement officers are sitting down with members of the community to do just that. The Kentucky State Police put their own spin on it, calling it Coffee with a Trooper. They were out this morning at PJ's Cafe in Brownsville. News 40 spoke to a well-known trooper in our community who tells us this is a way to forge new relationships and potentially get some info on the area.
Yeah, it's a good time. We're able to have conversations and find out a lot, and and they also get to see a different side of us, because a lot of times they see us pulling cars over or answering calls or going to complaints, but just to sit down and have a conversation, I think it's good for the community interaction.
Law enforcement officers say they just want everyone to know they are all the same, in or out of uniform. Well, pet owners, listen up. For those looking to save some money and make sure their pets are safe, the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society has an event for you this week. You can get your pet microchipped for free until Saturday. This is a great way to keep your pets safe, and it's not just for dogs and cats. Rabbits and other mammals of a reasonable size are also accepted for microchipping.
Microchipping is probably, aside from vaccines, the most important thing that you can do for your animal. That microchip's not going to tell you where your animal is if they slip out the front door, but if they were to be found and brought to a Humane Society, a vet's office, anywhere that has one of those universal microchip scanners.
The procedure is quick, should only take about 10 minutes. Appointments can be made ahead of time, but walk-ins are also welcome. Well, a harvest festival in South Central Kentucky is coming up soon, as the downtown WNKY Harvest Fest is set for next Saturday, October 14th. However, most people that make the trip downtown say they're unsure of where to park. The Downtown Development Commission has created a parking map that shows the more than 1,200 free parking spots offered in downtown Bowling Green. If you're unsure of where to park, here are just some of the lots that are free to the public.
They range everywhere from the parking structure itself, that's over 700 spots, to the BGMU lot that is across the street from the Bowling Green Ballpark, to the Warren County Justice Center lot, and its adjoining parking at the Columns lot off Center Street, and it even includes the Paxton House lot, which is also off Center Street.
Maps are currently available online. Physical copies will be given out at the Harvest Festival. With the fall season well underway, Edmonson County has a fun celebration of the new season in store as well. The first ever library harvest celebration is set for October 21st from 9 a.m. to 1 at the Edmonson County Public Library. The day will feature classic fall games, a costume contest, photo booth, and more. The event is completely free. Snacks and drinks will also be provided. The Edmonson County Public Library is excited to show their love to the community that loves them.
We love our community so much, and so to be able to give back and to make sure that we show them in ways like this, we have lots of exciting things coming up. But we thought just a big celebration that brings together our businesses, our community, our families, that it just means a lot to us to be able to do that.
For more information on the Harvest Celebration, you can visit the Edmonton County Public Library's website. That is ecplibrary.com. We'll get to more news in just a bit, but let's check in with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Hey there, Chris.
Hey, Morgan. And, finally, we're going to see temperatures feeling more like it should as we get closer to Halloween. But even starting this weekend, we're going to see a big change in our temperature as we take a nosedive here. We go from 78 with showers tomorrow and 72 on Friday. Then look at Saturday, only getting to 60 for a high temperature. Even after that, we do recover somewhat, but only into the 70s, average high 77. And we're looking at 90% coverage, high coverage of rain tomorrow. Even though it's not going to be a lot of rain, it'll be a nice drink of water on an already parched ground around southern Kentucky. More details on the forecast coming up, but right now, let's check in with sports.
Thank you, Chris. There's plenty to get to when it comes down to your sports tonight. Find out More on South Warren as their boys soccer team won the 14th district title for Warren Central. We have player and coach reaction. Plus, WNKY volleyball was in action. See who won that. That's all coming up in sports. Maureen.
All right, Maxwell, thank you very much. In health news, 2 organizations in Bowling Green are working to help women feel more confident, especially during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. News 40 reporter Carlisle Coppins has more on that story.
2 local organizations are coming together to show appreciation to women who have had mastectomies. Tomorrow's Women and The Perfect Fit are helping women to feel less self-conscious and more like themselves again.
We get a bra that fits them well, we get the right prosthesis, and then they're very confident. They walk out of here with a little more pep in their step because they are feeling like they did before surgery.
Rhonda Thomerson is a cancer survivor, and she tells us how important this is to her.
Well, first of all, if you've had breast cancer, which I have, I'm in almost 4 years, and thankfully, and I would highly recommend this. I don't know any others because I've been so satisfied when they were first recommended to me. You know, you kind of scared from the surgeries and whatever, but I was made feel so welcome.
This unique opportunity provides confidence, certified assistance, and garments for every kind of woman.
If you come to us and get a professional fitting, I guarantee you will leave excited about how you look and how your posture feels and just how you're going to carry yourself on the way out and into the rest of your life.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Carlisle Coppins, WNKY News 40.
Thank you, Carlisle. Well, the Logan County Tobacco and Heritage Festival is creating lots of fun family events, and now they are working to keep you and your family healthy. Logan Memorial Hospital is partnering with several agencies as part of the Tobacco Heritage Festival for an event that will provide the community with free blood draws, free health screenings, and free education on how to maintain a healthy lifestyle.
We get a lot of comments out in the community that they are excited about the health fair and being able to come and be a part of it. It's a chance for them to see the other agencies in the community that can be of help to them if they need it. And that's why we're here, is to help them be educated and to work with them to be a better, healthier person.
The Health Fest will be on October 11th from 8 a.m. to noon. For more information, visit WNKY.com later tonight. Well, it can be a struggle getting kids to be active. It's a critical part of their health, but with video games, TV, and other devices, some kids may not be motivated to get enough physical activity each day. Tonight, we have some simple ways to get your kids moving.
60 minutes every day. That's how much physical activity is recommended for kids and teens between the ages of 6 and 17. It may seem like a lot, but it doesn't have to be all at once.
We know kids do better in school, they sleep better, their mood's better, and it can just be a lot of fun to move.
Dr. Adam Keating with Cleveland Clinic says some kids may be motivated to move through sports, but others may need a little help. His first tip: to remember there are different ways to keep kids active.
Everything from going on a family walk to walking the dog to vacuuming to having a dance party in the middle of your living room.
Playing on a playground or PE at school also counts as physical activity time. Keating says it's also important to be a good role model.
Kids want to spend time with their parents, whether they say so or not. And so being a good example and joining in the activity with the kids generally makes it much more rewarding for everybody.
And while it's important to limit screens, Keating says offer that screen time as a reward for physical activity.
The child can earn another 30 minutes of screen time by doing 30 minutes of activity.
Finally, find activities they enjoy. It can be a variety of things so the child doesn't get bored.
Making it fun rather than a chore, and finding different creative ways to be able to work some physical activity in the day can be helpful.
But doctors say chores can also be a physical activity. Choose ones that are age appropriate for your child. For example, raking leaves, cleaning their room, even washing the car can also get them moving. Well, have you ever tried to go meatless and failed? Well, according to a new study, it might just be in your DNA. Scientists have identified 4 genes associated with how well someone can adhere to a vegetarian lifestyle. That might explain why some people can stick with it, others go back to eating meat. It's not known exactly why this happens. Researchers believe it may have to do with how different people process fats. Links between genetics and these processes may help experts make personalized dietary recommendations for people in the future. Well, still to come on News 40 at 10. With the Speaker of the House seat vacant, the House is unable to do any business until a new Speaker is elected. Who's planning on throwing their hat in the ring? That answer in just a bit. But first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is back after the break with a full look at our forecast. That's coming up next.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
I'm Ashley Wilson. Here's what's coming up tomorrow on News 40 Sunrise. Learn about an upcoming World War II reenactment in our next Sunrise Spotlight. Plus, find your forever friend in our daily pet of the day. These stories and more only on News 40 Sunrise.
When Daniel Cameron says he absolutely supports bringing back Matt Bevin's ruthless Medicaid plan, Cameron threatens to take away coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians and punish working parents.
This sounds very similar to something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely. But when Cameron said he'd back Bevin's war on teachers and take taxpayer money from public schools to give to private schools instead, he'd punish Kentucky's kids. Cameron's absolutely wrong for Kentucky.
Grab some lunch and make an impact. Join WNKY News 40 for Food Truck Fridays every week at Tidball's parking lot. This week features P. Rose. To benefit CASA of South Central Kentucky, see the full lineup at WNKY.com.
I usually vote Republican, but I'm also voting for Andy Beshear. I definitely feel that Kentucky's moving forward under Andy's leadership. He brings great ideals to the floor. Andy's the guy that's been bringing the two parties together. Beshear's brought a lot of good jobs to the state of Kentucky. He makes sure that the police have everything they need to keep us safe. Andy cut the income tax. That's a big deal, huge deal. I voted for Trump because I felt he was putting the American people first. I'm going to support Andy because I do feel he's putting Kentucky first.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
WNKY News 40 Weather wants you to join our team. Become a weather watcher at WNKY.com. You can connect directly with our team. Plus, your photos and videos will be featured in our weathercasts.
Presented by JB Electric.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, we're getting ready for maybe some rain tomorrow, maybe cool things down as well.
It's going to cool down. It's really, really, really going to cool. And you know, something to keep in mind with this cooler air coming in, maybe a lot of folks haven't thought about alternative heat sources and checking the flues, chimneys, things like that. Maybe going to light a fire or turn on some heat for the first time this season. So better be checking that before it gets too chilly. And it's going to get really chilly by Saturday and Sunday. In the meantime, we're still mild, 64 and cloudy at the Bowling Green Airport, as everything is pretty calm right now, and the barometer holding steady at 30.07, but it's going to continue to drop. It dropped several inches of mercury today just because of that incoming system and that cold front, the first of two cold fronts actually that's coming through. You can see cold front 1, which is right now just past Kansas City, Missouri, and just outside of Chicago, and then there's cold front number 2 that is coming through the north central plains. I'll put all this into motion. We'll check the next 40 hours, and you can watch the time change up here. And you can see that the bulk of any shower activity is going to hold off overnight tonight. It'll just stay dry and cloudy. The better chance of rain will come during the morning drive up until about midday, and then some heavier rain, maybe even a rumble of thunder back to the west during the afternoon hours. These two fronts are actually going to merge together, one dissipating into the first front. This does have an ample amount of moisture, but by the time it reaches us tomorrow afternoon, with the ridge of high pressure still just a little east of us, a lot of this is just going to be erased out or just kind of whittled away. But still, I think we could pick up maybe a quarter to 3/10 of an inch of rain by tomorrow afternoon and evening. This is Thursday at 5:30. You see the fronts beginning to merge right there over St. Louis, and then they all come together as one. Here's Friday morning, very early. There will still be some lingering showers and a breeze that is going to come in for Friday as that frontal boundary comes on in with the cooler air. You can see it back to the west, the dark blues and some of the greens. That's 40s and 50s trying to work in behind the front. And as things clear out on Saturday, we're talking a bit of a brisk day, even though the sun may come back out. It is going to be downright chilly at times as we'll only reach the low 60s. How much rain? Really, none of this has changed. Still less than 3/10 of an inch for much of Bowling Green and southern Kentucky, with the higher amounts of rain being back to the west. It would be nice to get an inch or two of rain out of this system, but this is not going to be like the last system that produced all that heavy rain. The rain amounts for us are going to be very light, but I can tell you that the colder air, boy, that's for sure. As you'll see, 65, cloudy tonight, rain developing by early in the morning as you get ready to drive into the wherever you work or wherever your destination is. 78, 90% coverage of rain tomorrow, 30% on Friday, 72. There's your two chilliest days, Saturday and Sunday in the 60s, lows in the upper 30s to low 40s. Columbus Day looks good at 68, and then we're back into the 70s, but where we should be actually for this time of the year for the middle of next week. And we're back with more News 40 at 10 right after this.
With the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you can choose from 3 delicious favorites for only $7. A Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, or a foot-long chili cheese coney. It might be the greatest pairing since cherry and limeade. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby.
Come back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, man.
Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
About to be a party in here. BetMGM's got all the sports betting in one place. And it's live, baby. We're placing money lines in real time. We got second half spreads and third set winners as they happen. Overs hitting in extra innings. Live is where the action is at. Can we got these people a promo? There it is.
Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/SokiSurvivor.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you have any trouble receiving Social Security benefits, call our office today for a free consultation.
With Sonic Trick or Treat Blasts, you get Oreo cookie pieces, Heath Toffee, and M&M's Minis blended with creamy soft serve. 3 Halloween favorites, without even having to steal from your children. Sonic Trick or Treat Blasts.
Tonight, lawmakers still dealing with the fallout of the removal of Kevin McCarthy from the House Speaker role. Senator Mitch McConnell spoke with reporters this morning and on the Senate floor, praising McCarthy. Take a listen.
Speaker McCarthy was a partner I could trust to be honest and candid, and without fail, optimistic.
He added that he hopes the next speaker will get rid of the motion to vacate. Meanwhile, congressional lawmakers are headed home tonight, no longer able to conduct business on the House floor after the historic removal of the Speaker of the House. Skylar Henry reports several conservative hardliners have thrown their hats into the ring.
For the first time in its history, the U.S. House stripped its Speaker of his job.
The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
Kevin McCarthy's rocky leadership of one of the most narrow majorities ever in the House of Representatives, which he earned only after a marathon 15-round drama in January, ended with a dramatic flourish as 8 Republicans joined all House Democrats to remove him.
Chaos is Speaker McCarthy. Chaos is somebody who we cannot trust with their word.
Florida Republican Matt Gaetz led the challenge, citing complaints about McCarthy's deal with President Biden to avert a debt ceiling crisis in May and the 11th hour deal to avert a government shutdown Saturday, in which McCarthy secured more support among Democrats than Republicans.
There's nothing selfish about wanting a Speaker of the House who tells the truth.
For now, the House turns to a temporary Speaker, North Carolina Republican Patrick McHenry, until a formal vote occurs to choose a new Speaker.
Keeping government open and paying our troops was the right decision. I stand by that decision. And at the end of the day, if I have to lose my job over it, so be it.
Many Republicans who back McCarthy worried the party infighting will hurt them in next year's elections.
And I think it's sending a terrible signal to the electorate in advance of the 24 election that this Republican majority cannot govern itself, and we need to change that.
McCarthy had hoped some Democrats would vote to save him, but they decided to back his removal after watching video this morning in a private meeting of McCarthy on Sunday's Face the Nation, blaming Democrats after they helped him avert a shutdown.
I wasn't sure it was going to pass. You want to know why? Because the Democrats tried to do everything they can not to let it pass.
Democrats saved the day, and he goes on TV hours later and says, Republicans did it. Republicans were leading, which is insane.
There will need to be a new vote to elect a new speaker, but as the evening began here on Capitol Hill, the House was in recess indefinitely. Scott McFarland, CBS News, the Capitol.
Well, stay with us. News 40's Maxwell Trink is in with a look at sports right after this.
The $250,000 mega draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all 6 for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
Do you have settled or uneven concrete? USS is here to help. Changing weather conditions and poor drainage causes the soil under your concrete to shift and erode, and your concrete to settle. USS uses Polylift to raise sunken concrete in sidewalks, pool decks, porches, and more. Polylift is less expensive than full replacement, and you can walk on your concrete within minutes of repair. Visit uss-ky.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
If you are at risk for cancer, or if you have received a cancer diagnosis, the MedCenter Health Cancer Services team is here to care for you when you need it most, offering the latest in treatment options, clinical trials, genetic testing, and surgical services. You don't have to travel far to get the care you need. With services in Bowling Green, Franklin, Caverna, and Glasgow, our team cares for people together. Learn more at medcenterhealth.org/cancer.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Have big dreams for your space? When looking for home decor ideas, you want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
The competition is on. This is nerve-wracking. Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
The $250,000 mega draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all 6 for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
Welcome into sports. The boys soccer 14th district title has been crowned. The 14th district championship went in the favor of the South Warren Spartans. How did it happen? Well, a long distance goal from the boot of Tarek Hamzagic in the first period of extra time. A shot heard around the city that put another trophy in the Spartans' case. There was nothing but confidence in Tarek to take and make that shot.
I've been wanting those the whole entire game. When it came to me, I just had to take it.
We know Tarek has it in him to hit shots like that. So when we got the red card, I was like, well, we got to drop Tarek in deeper. And it actually worked out better for him because he had some space to go. So we broke a line with the pass, and then he had some space. And then he picked his head up and hit it. And, I mean, we had probably the best angle of it over here from the sideline. So it was a great shot. So really proud of him.
To the Hill now as WK volleyball team is in action this afternoon at Liberty after taking the first match in straight sets last night. The Tops were able to extinguish the flames in 5 sets today, winning the final frame 15-13 while moving to 4-0 in conference play this season. The team will be back in action this weekend to take on Jacksonville State at Diddle Arena. For the second year, the WKU baseball and softball programs are hosting an event to help spread awareness against breast cancer. For just $5, you'll have the opportunity to get 5 hits off soft toss pitches. This event will take place on October 19th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Nick Dennis Field. And the WKU football team is gearing up to take on La Tech in Joe Alliott Stadium on Thursday night. The Tops are facing the Bulldogs, who are also undefeated in conference play so far. WKU getting their first action last week against MTSU. Ahead of Thursday's game, head coach Tyson Helton spoke on what his team is expecting in Ruston.
You know, I think both La Tech and ourselves, we have momentum right now, so this is a big conference matchup. If we want to be a good football team that wants to make a conference run, we got to go on the road and go win a close, tough game. And I know La Tech will be fired up. They're a very well-coached football team, and they have good players, and so we got to come with our best game. But looking forward to that opportunity on a Thursday night and get a chance to try to get another conference win.
And the Tennessee Titans got their second win of the season last weekend against Cincinnati. Next up is the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday at noon. Of course, you can watch that on News 40. Quarterback Ryan Tannehill passed for 240 yards and a touchdown against the Bengals. Here's what he had to say about what he would have to do against the Colts.
Being efficient, making some crucial plays in crucial situations, whether it be on third down, in the red zone, 2-minute, 4-minute, whatever the case may be. Being able to play efficiently throughout the game, make some big plays in crucial situations, and obviously come away with the win.
That's sports. We'll be right back.
Now through October 13th, you can join Planet Fitness for just $1 down, $10 a month. With free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, it's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy. Join for just $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, October 13th.
Free furniture is back and better than ever. United Furniture is celebrating our 26th annual Free Furniture and Mattress event.
Store-wide savings on all in-stock furniture.
Plus, receive an additional 28% free furniture credit towards something else in the store.
Don't miss one of United's most anticipated sales of the year.
Free Furniture and Mattress event, only at United Furniture and Appliance, historic downtown Bowling Green.
United Furniture. Couldn't ask for anything more.
I was raped by my stepfather after years of sexual abuse. I was 12. Anyone who believes there should be no exceptions for rape and incest could never understand what it's like to stand in my shoes. This is to you, Daniel Cameron. To tell a 12-year-old girl she must have the baby of her stepfather who raped her is unthinkable. I'm speaking out because women and girls need to have options. Daniel Cameron would give us none.
Bowling Green Fireplace and Grill.
I'm waking up my day. So let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on. Keep the morning moving right along. Yeah, I'm waking up my day. News 40 sunrise way. I'm waking up my day. No, you ain't getting. Yeah, we'll do all the force to get you out the door. I'm waking up my day. That is 40 sunrise way.
Weekday mornings starting at 6. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com. Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/Soki Survivor.
Welcome back. Chris, will we need that umbrella as we head to work in the morning?
Probably so. Yeah, we're going to get at least a few showers starting in the morning. Nothing tonight, but majority of the showers will be during the day tomorrow. High of 78 with falling temperatures down into the 60s tomorrow night, but only up to 72 on Friday. And tomorrow, the kickoff of the roller coaster yard sale.
Yes.
So if you're going down toward Glasgow, Temple Hill, Cordell Hall Lake, and then back up through Burkesville and Highway 90, you may find a little rain.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Thank you at home. We'll see you back in the morning.